8:09 on this Thursday. We have an in-studio guest. I'm so excited. Please welcome, and I want to get this correct. You are a doctor, right?
That's
Yes.
true.
Dr. Hopewell, the Dean of Online Education at Masters University. Welcome to the Hometown Morning Show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. We have so many questions for you. I was reading your bio. My. Your colleagues and you at the Masters University have amazing backgrounds and education. Just amazing. That can't be a coincidence.
Well, we're so proud of the faculty we have there, and the experience and expertise that the Lord's brought to our students is just fantastic.
You got your Doctor of Education in Curriculum and Instruction while you were teaching elementary school. How do you even one thing at a time for Tori is what I say. How did you even do that?
Yeah, well, I had a great opportunity when I was in Flagstaff, Arizona, to attend Northern Arizona University for both my master's and my doctoral program. And I worked there in town at one of the elementary schools teaching technology, and eventually made a jump over and taught at the university while I was finishing my degrees there.
We're talking to Dr. Mitch Hopewell from the Masters University, who is a Dean of Online Education at the Masters University. This has to be something new, a Dean of Online Education. Is it relatively new?
Not really. I would say that the adult education movement of the 80s and 90s morphed eventually as technology increased into online learning. So through the 90s and early 2000s, online education became a lot more popular through private schools and then eventually into state schools.
I didn't know that. I thought online education became popular over the last 3 years with the height of the pandemic.
That is a bit
False.
of a misnomer.
False. Yeah. False, Tori. False.
We've been around. We're there. We
Excellent.
just were ready to catch the ball when the pandemic came.
So here it is, the end of another school year. Kids are graduating high school. When families think about education after high school, how should they think about their options? So you did trade school, you got community college, you have 4-year liberal arts.
Yeah.
Arms up in the air.
Arms up in the air. A lot of options.
Right?
And lately, Tori, there's been a lot of shade thrown on the college education. People are wondering what's the value. There's $1.7 trillion of student debt in America. Average student loan holder is like $29,000. What's the value of this? And I think one of the things that people need to think about is really what is the purpose, what is the goal that they're trying to achieve with an education. You have technical schools. You have students can go to lineman school. We need people. Electricity's on here now. The lights are on. People can hear us. That's because people are doing their jobs in the electric industry, and we need those people. And then I think students need to think about what are their passions, what are their skills, what do they want to do with the degree that they have, and if they want to work, if they want to work with their hands, they want to be productive in that way. Going to a 4-year degree program could be very frustrating for them. Spending time in humanities courses and liberal arts courses could be frustrating for them. Alternatively, if a student is interested in, say, politics or problem solving or critical thinking, they love to work with people. Going to a tech school is going to get them a certificate to do some work in a particular field, but it's not going to give them the kind of education that they feel is really going to fill out their skill set.
How do we go about doing that? Do we sit down with our child and have this conversation? Because I'll tell you, in my day, my parents really didn't do it. It was the guidance counselor, and they brought us in for several different kind of sessions. We had, everybody together, kind of like getting us ready, and then individual guidance counseling. They would say, okay, so what are you interested in? What do you see? How do you see yourself? So now, does that even exist anymore?
Those opportunities are still available to students. There are different, aptitude tests and things that they can take. I think the best thing is just experience. Get out of the house, maybe get a job, work in the summer, get the kind of variety of experience, and then pay attention. So any kind of work can be helpful and help in guiding you into what you're good at, what you like, what you appreciate, what you don't like. But you have to pay attention, and you have to get out and get experience. And some people just don't know what they want to do. And so going to starting with a liberal arts curriculum that's going to cover history and politics and economics, this is a great way to explore the things that you're interested in. And just because you may not be fully interested in pursuing a career in, say, economics, doesn't mean it's not important. It's information that you're going to need in order to be a productive citizen.
Very good point. We might not use it on an everyday basis, but yes, absolutely. I was a English minor and did a lot of reading, and I don't find that at first a lot of people question. They're like, "What is that? Why are you gonna? Unless you're gonna be a teacher," and I'm not gonna be a teacher, but it was an interest of mine, and I just have I feel like I have some knowledge that I can use in life.
Absolutely. And it's not just your personal feeling. Study after study show that students that have degrees in the humanities perform as well or often better than people with degrees in the hard sciences.
Yay, Tori. Did I do something right, doctor?
Hey, people listen to you. You're an interesting person.
How do we go about if we are interested in doing an online education? Now you spoke about how the online education was kind of started in the late 80s into the 90s, and now it's full on something that you can do as a young student out of high school. Online education, what do you feel about that? How do you feel? Do you rather have the younger educators go to the school, like in person, or you just, whatever education is good?
I think it's important. If a student wants to get education, it's really important to try and pursue that in person. The economics often push students towards something more like an online model. It's convenient, the cost is lower. And that's a reality. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think it's important for people that are 18 to 22 years old to be in the classroom, to spend time with their faculty. This is something you asked earlier, what can families do now? As you consider schools, if you're looking at a four-year school in particular, look at the faculty that your student will be sitting under. Read what those people are writing. Listen to the things that they're saying, because that's who's going to be shaping and influencing your young person's mind as an 18 to 22-year-old. If someone goes right into the workforce, nothing wrong with that. There's no shame in that. Being a productive member of society is wonderful. We need people, but often those people decide at 30, 35 years old that it's time that they do want to go back and complete a degree. And I think that's really the power of distance education, is being accessible to people while they're working, while they're continuing on with their life, but credentialing up, getting the degree and the education that they need to move forward in their life.
There's a lot to think about in present society, doctor. As far as, you mentioned sometimes these students want to go out into the workforce. Maybe not only do they want to, but sometimes they have to. They've got to earn a living, have the money in order to proceed forward. And then maybe after several years and experience out in the world, they kind of know what they want to do. And that's probably what leads them at 30 or so years old to come back to education. They might have a little bit more money behind them, and they have a direction where they want to go. It's a lot different from when I was graduating high school. I would say probably, 75% of us all, where are you going? It was a done deal. That's how it was. And the other 25% went to community college or a trade school.
And frankly, people made them feel bad about that, and they shouldn't have done that. I call this the Mike Rowe effect.
Yeah.
When Mike Rowe, Dirty Jobs, became a very popular show, he started to elevate in people's mind the work that people do out in the labor force. Like I said earlier, electricity's on. Someone's doing their job. Blue water's coming in, brown water's going out. Somebody's doing their job, and we want them to do that job.
Yes.
And so I think that people, as families, again, consider the education options before them, that they shouldn't feel that trade school is something that should be hidden, apologized for. Again, it's back to what do they want to do?
What do they want to do?
What do they want to do? What are they ready to do?
Let's talk specifically in the remaining time that we have. Let's talk specifically about the Masters University. What, since you are the Dean of Online Education at Masters, what do you offer specifically that you are super proud of, that you want everyone in the Santa Clarita Valley to know about?
Yeah. Well, the Masters University, first and foremost, is it has a definite article, the Master's University. We serve the Master. And as you look at education and you look at thought around in culture, people are wondering, what is truth? What can we trust in? What can we believe in? The Word of God gives us that. That's what we believe at the Master's University, that it is the standard of truth and it sets the reality, and that education comes in underneath the subjection and is subject to the lordship of Jesus Christ, and that we can learn about the world around us because we understand how it was made, who made it, and what is truth. And so that's what we're really excited about doing for students that are that want to study in that format and understand that whether they're studying engineering or biology or business or the humanities, that all of these things are defined by the reality of the Word of God.
Fantastic. Doctor, it was a pleasure having you here today. We were talking with Dr. Mitch Hopewell, the Dean of Online Education at Masters University. Doctor, is there a website or a phone number that if commuters are driving around right now and they say, you know what, sounds like that is just perfect for me. I want to apply to the
Sure
school.
thing.
Where do we go?
Masters.edu is the best place to start.
Oh, that's it.
That's
That
it.
was it. Masters.edu.
That's it. And then if you want to, we have a coffee shop on campus. It is, I would argue, probably one of the best coffee shops in the Santa Clarita Valley. So if you know where Placerita Canyon is, 13th Street, head on down there, get a great cup of coffee, ask some questions, lots of friendly people around.
Little Danish next to it?
All kinds.
I love it. I'll meet you there.
All right.
Doctor, it was a pleasure having you in studio.
Thank you.